Today we're installing cruise control on the MK5 Golf. Tools you need: M12 spline bit, T25 Torx bit, T8 Torx bit, a flat bladed screwdriver. We've modified this one for the airbag, 10mm spanner for the battery, trim tool and an Allen key set. First job, disconnect the battery. 10mm spanner. Remove the battery, put it out of the way. After disconnecting the battery, wait a few minutes and now you're ready to remove the airbag. On the rear of the airbag you'll see a slot with a catch to release the airbag. On the rear of the airbag you'll see this catch. This needs to be moved past the bar pointing downwards. Now you've undone the clips, the airbag's ready to be removed. See a yellow plug, which is the airbag connector. You just need to remove the connector off there. Next you see the spline bit where the M12 spline fits. Once removed, you'll see a marking on the steering wheel and a marking on the steering column. Both of these should line up, as so. Now the steering wheel is removed, you now need to remove the upper trim. Insert your trim tool into the side, lever up and the trim will come off, and it's held by these clips here. Now the upper trim's removed, you'll see two T25 Torx bolts, one here, and there's one underneath in here. All these three need removing. Lower trim now removed. Now need to remove the steering controller via this T8 screw. To remove the steering controller, there's a peg inside of it. You need to insert a thin piece of metal into this slot and move it over to the left, and down it comes. And that saves you having to break the legs off. In order to fit cruise control you need the wiring pin 13. As you can see, this one hasn't got it. This is pin 10, wiring 11, wiring 12, 13 is blank. We now need to put the wire into 13 and run it to the control box behind the wiper blades. Dealing with the cruise control, you now need to remove the slip ring. One clip here, the other one's here. Remove that. The slip ring will now slide off. Be careful not to turn it. Put it out of the way. Steering angle sensor, put it out of the way. We're now left with a stalk that needs to be removed. One clip on the side here, one clip in the centre here. Once you remove the two clips, the stalk just slides off, and the new stalk, there's the, just to show you the clips that you're removing on the inside, there's the clip on the inside. New stalk slides and clicks into position. Fitting is the reverse. The steering angle sensor goes back on, slip ring back on, clicks into position, and then put your steering controller back into place once the wire is in place. Next step is to remove the wiper arms, the black scuttle panel and the wiper motor. There's a Torx bolt here and one over here, and you need access to the black panel which can be seen behind the wiper motor. Now with the wiper motor removed, there's 3 bolts holding the cover. 1, 2 and 3 behind this cover. You need to access that to get to the blue connector. With the cover removed, you now can see the blue connector where the cruise wire needs to go into. After removing the blue connector, you need to pull it in. You can see number 1 on the bottom there, number 7 on the top. So you can get that right, the light reflecting off it. Number 7 there, you can see in the top. Pin needs to go into pin 4. To get the pin in, you need to remove the grey connector on the side. And count across to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 needs to go in this slot here. Once the cruise wire is in place, refit the grey connector to lock it all in place and refit. On the steering controller connector, you can see pins 10 to 18, and we need pin 13. As you can see, it's blank, and so you need to put the black control wire into pin 13 for the steering controller.